channel. Today's video is going to be setting up my sinking funds and my debt snowball for the month of May. If you watched my April closeout of my sinking funds, then you remember that we ended up with nothing. We wiped all of our savings last month, so this will be starting to replenish them. And if you've not seen my debt snowball from last month, I'll leave the full video up in the cards up above, but else will just explain where we're at and how well we are doing. But let's get started on setting up our sinking funds first. I think I'm going to use this beautiful pink for up the top, and I will do the same for the transaction log side as well, because I always like those two to match. So as always, we're going to start with washi up the top and then our script. These budget kits are from Planella. If you haven't seen my May budget setup already, I'll leave that in the cards up above throughout this video as well. But I love these kits. This is actually the kit that I first ever used on this channel. She didn't get a chance to make a new one for May, so I just reused the old one. But it's still amazing. I still love it. I love that it's pink since May is my birthday month. Super excited. Probably going to be another kind of lockdown type birthday. Things are starting to open up here, but it doesn't fully feel back to normal yet, but that's okay. I'm sure we'll have a great time. So we're taking some categories out, so we'll end up with just savings, Thomas's allowance and myself, and that will be it. I'm hoping that this month and then maybe June will be where we get everything we need for the house, and then all our savings can start going towards the wedding once we book a date. So that is my hope. We should not need much more for the house. We have been spending so much, as you can see, as we wiped our savings. We've kind of got everything that we need right now. A few things that we just wanted. If you've watched my debt snowball for April, you know that we bought a hot tub, so that will be included in this month. So for sinking funds, our categories will be Thomas's allowance, my allowance, and then savings. So our beginning for everything will be 0, because we were completely wiped out last month, but we are adding in 200 for Thomas, 300 for myself, and 400 for savings, to give us £900. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of pattern washi just here. Perfect, and I'm going to use these blue little hearts, if I can get them down, just to add any extra information that we may have throughout the month. So if we sell something, or we get extra money, or we maybe purchase something that is required, you can add that down, so it's kind of like my sinking funds at a glance, before having to look through all of my transaction log. So I'll just put 3, and that should be enough. And then at the very bottom, I'll use the plain washi to close us out. This page is always very minimal, but I don't like to have my transaction log on the same page, because we always have lots of transactions. And I just like to get them separated since I do have the space. So this is how our sinking funds look, and then we'll set up our transaction log on this page. So like I said, we'll use the same washi for the top, just so that it flows. I like to do that with my budget and weekly check-in kits as well. I do think it looks more coherent that way. So transaction log over here, and this is just where you put anything that you take out of your sinking funds. If you spend anything, you just pop down how much and out of what category, so it's easier to tally up at the end of the month. I usually end up forgetting and then having to try and remember everything that we bought, but I'm getting a bit better at doing it week to week. So you just put your label at the top. You do have a little bit of a description. Sometimes I don't even put that in, I just put the amount in the category, and that works just fine for me. And then as always, we will close it out with a little bit of plain washi. I just think this makes the page look so much more put together when you add this little bit at the bottom, and it's something so simple as well, it makes it look clean. So let's put in our lines and try and make them straight. If you've been in this channel for a while, you know that that is a struggle for me. Not very good at making straight lines, but actually not too bad this month. Usually I'm all over the shop. Perfect, so that is our transaction log. So this is how our little sinking fund spread looks. I'll zoom you out a little bit. So you've got your sinking funds on this page and then your little transaction log on this page. So last but not least, let's move on to our debt snowball. Now if you're unfamiliar with what a debt snowball is, because usually these kits come with the script that says debt tracker, a debt snowball is where you take the smallest amount of debt that you have and then you try and pay it off and get rid of it, and then you work your way down the line, leaving the biggest amount till last. But I'm not sure if we're going to change some things, but I'm going to have debt snowball up the top. We are adding in new categories this month, like I spoke about the hot tub, and then we also have another new expense Thomas bought. Like I said in one of my videos, Thomas bought a monitor. He's kind of made a little setup for his PlayStation with a little desk. So he's got that. So that's another, it's not really a debt. We end up paying for it through this kind of credit thing. You don't pay for 6 months. If you pay it off before the end of the 6th month, you don't pay interest. So we've got that. So we end up having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of debt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of what we class as debt is actually debt. We do pay it up, but we're just trying to get rid of it so that we don't have as many expenses coming off of our monthly. I hope that makes sense. So we pay, like for our bed, we pay £38 a month for it, but if we can wipe that, then that's an extra £38 a month for us. Same with our TV, we pay £23 a month for that. So it's trying to get all of those things away, and then you've got extra money left in your monthly budget. So 5 sets of debt, those will be, so in order of least to most, we have our TV, then we have Thomas's monitor, next we have the hot tub, we have the bed, and then we have our fridge. So we have a wee look at last month's ending. So ending for, our TV was 113.88, so that will be our beginning. Thomas's monitor is 254. The hot tub is 600. The bed is 69102. And our fridge is 904. So our debt has went up quite a bit. See, for last month we only had £1,708.90. It will be a lot more this month because we've added 2 new debts, but let's see how much it will be. So we have 113.88, add 254, add 600, add 69102, add 904. So our debt has went up to £2,562.90, which is quite a significant jump, but I'm hoping that we can still pay it off. So I don't think that we will be debt free by 2022, but I don't think it will take us that long to pay it off. So let's move on to what we paid. I've already paid things out this month. I pay at the very beginning of the month, so I can give you the numbers. So we paid off our TV in full, so £113.88. We did not put any extra money towards any other debts apart from like if we had to pay something, just because it is quite a big month for us, so our anniversary at my birthday, so we had a little bit of extra money. Our monitor we paid nothing towards. Thomas bought it this month, so paid nothing towards that. Our hot tub came this month, we have paid nothing for it. Our hot tub I'm including in debt, but we're actually paying back my dad, so we're going to pay £50 a month to him. So it's not as bad, but I'm not to start paying that until June. That was up to him, so it was 0 this month. And at bed we always pay a direct debit, so that was £38.39, and then nothing to the fridge. So in total we paid £38.39. We paid £152.27 towards debt. So 15227. So our ending balances is going to be 0 for the TV. The monitor is going to remain the same, 254. So is the hot tub going to remain the same at 600. The bed is going to be 65263. And the fridge is going to remain the same at 904. So our debt is now down to, it's not actually went down that much. So it's now down to £2,410.63. Perfect, so let's now set up our kind of projections. Is that the word I want to use? Yeah. Projections for the next upcoming months. I always like to do this, even if it changes, it just kind of gives me an idea of what my goals are and what I'm hoping to achieve. So, see how I did it last month. Yeah, so I think I did 5 months, 1, 2, 3, yeah, so 5 months in total. Perfect, so that's all of our hearts down. So we will be projecting for the months of June, July, August, September and October. So for June, my hope is to pay £200 towards the monitor. And that would only leave £54 remaining on it. And of course, every month we will pay £38.39 towards the bed and £50 towards the hot tub. So these will be coming down no matter what, but I am actually going to do it a little bit differently. Even though our fridge is last, I know that the interest, free interest on this runs out in January, so I want to start getting this paid off since it is our biggest debt. So because the monitor and the fridge are the two things that we have and the buy now pay so many months later, so I want them away. So in July I am hoping to get £54 to the monitor, and then and then put 146 to the fridge. Start getting that paid off. So then if we just focus on the fridge, so we'll put 200 in August towards the fridge. And that would leave 558. Another 200 in September and another 200 in October. And if my calculations are correct, that would mean that we can pay off the fridge in November. Yep, so let's double check that. So right now we have 904 on the fridge. We take away 146 in July, minus our 200 in August, 200 in September and 200 in October. It would leave us 158 in November to pay. So we can pay off the fridge in November, which is great. By November, our TV will be paid off, so will our monitor, so will our fridge. And then we're only left with the hot tub and the bed. By November, the hot tub will only have £350 left on it, and the bed will have, so if we do 38.39 multiplied by our 5 months equals 191.95. That will only have 460, so we'll be under £1,000 in debt by November, which is really good. So, which is actually pretty good. So by the start of 2022, we'll still be quite on track of getting rid of all of our debt, as long as we don't add anything else. I think that once we pay off, since we paid off our TV, I think that by the start of 2022 we want to get a new one and just replenish. So like this brand new TV, which is in our living room, will go upstairs to our bedroom where our old TV is. I think pretty much most people do that. Just try and update all of our electronics that way. But yeah, that's quite good. So by the end of the year we'll only have 2 dates left, which is super. But that is everything for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that this is helpful. See the kind of method that I'm doing. I'm not saying you have to do it in this way. You do whatever works for you. You may have less debt than me, more debt, but as long as you're paying off little parts every month, then you get there eventually. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a magical day. Bye.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly.